Hello, Cowboys Nation. We're always striving to bring you the most up-to-date news and in-depth analysis of our beloved team. Here at the channel, we're committed to finding every angle as our Cowboys work to elevate their game and get back to their winning ways. Remember to like this video to support us, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights as we approach an intense stretch of the season. Now, let's dive into some breaking news and discuss key players as we head into the Week 8 clash against the San Francisco 49ers, one of the toughest matchups in our schedule. Over the last few seasons, the 49ers have been a tough nut to crack for Dallas, winning their last 3 encounters and often dominating on both sides of the ball. But here's the kicker: both teams are currently struggling. With San Francisco sitting at 3-4 and our Cowboys at March 3rd, Sunday night will be a battle of resilience and who can overcome adversity the best. As the team gears up for the showdown, some Cowboys players are standing out as ones to buy or sell in terms of performance, and we'll break down why. Let's kick off with who might shine this weekend. 1. Jalen Tolbert. The 49ers have shown that they're quite effective at shutting down opponents' top receiving threats. Recently, they held Seattle's DK Metcalf to minimal gains, using their defense to stifle opposing number 1 receivers. But when it comes to the second or third options, they've struggled. Enter Jalen Tolbert. He's been quietly stepping up and has the potential to exploit openings if San Francisco focuses heavily on covering CeeDee Lamb. 2. Jake Ferguson. Ferguson is another player to watch. If San Francisco keys in on Lamb, it could create space for secondary targets, and Ferguson's speed and hands have made him a legitimate threat, especially since his knee injury early in the season seems to be healing well. Against teams like the Seahawks and Cardinals, the 49ers gave up substantial yardage to secondary receiving options, showing they can be vulnerable here. 3. Rico Dowdle. Even with veteran Dalvin Cook in the mix, Dowdle remains the primary back for Dallas. And here's where things get interesting. The 49ers have struggled with allowing steady yardage to opponents' primary backs. Kareem Hunt and James Conner both had solid games against them recently. The key will be consistency and giving Dowdle enough touches to find a rhythm. If the Cowboys can effectively work the ground game, it will help wear down San Francisco's defense and open up other opportunities in the offense. 1. CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, as much as it pains me to say, might face a challenging game. The 49ers have made a habit of neutralizing opposing WR1s, and it's likely they'll put extra pressure on Lamb to cut off that primary offensive threat. Recent examples include their strong performances against the top receivers from Seattle and Arizona. So, while Lamb might still have some big moments, it's safe to say the Cowboys may have to look elsewhere for production. 2. Dallas Cowboys run defense. San Francisco's run game remains one of the best in the NFL, even with some injuries to key players. Rookie Isaac Guerendo has filled in admirably, and Jordan Mason has proven he can handle the workload, so the Cowboys' defense has a massive challenge ahead. Dallas has struggled against the run all season, and this matchup will be a true test of any adjustments they've made. If they can't contain the run, it could spell trouble for Sunday night. Let's get into some crucial injury updates, starting with the heart of our defense, Micah Parsons. He'll miss his 3rd consecutive game due to a lingering ankle sprain. Parsons' absence has had a significant impact on our pass rush, and the timing couldn't be worse. With DeMarcus Lawrence and Marshawn Kneyland on IR and Sam Williams out since preseason, our defensive front is thin, and our pass rushing potential has taken a hit. The Cowboys are heading into the most critical part of the season, and having a 3-3 record without a single home win adds to the urgency. After the 49ers, Dallas will face Atlanta and then return home for a divisional game against the Eagles, so every game counts. Defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer will have to get creative with the personnel to fill the gaps left by these injuries. On the flip side, the 49ers aren't in perfect health either. Key players like Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel have been in and out of the lineup due to injuries, and even with their absences, San Francisco has managed to keep their running game strong. Quarterback Brock Purdy has continued to lead the team with determination, but without his top offensive weapons, the 49ers' attack has looked less formidable. If the Cowboys can pressure Purdy and capitalize on any mistakes, it could be a game-changer. However, with Parsons out, this task becomes more challenging, making it vital for the Cowboys' defensive line to step up in a big way. Without solid pressure on Purdy, we risk another strong performance from him, even without his primary targets. Now, here's a bit of optimism. The Cowboys are coming off a bye week, giving them a chance to regroup, assess the mistakes from previous games, and work on stopping the run. If they've been able to make significant improvements, especially in defending against the run, this matchup could look different than past encounters. However, the 49ers are one of the most physical teams in the league, and if they can keep the game on the ground and control the clock, it'll be tough for the Cowboys. Dallas needs to focus on gap integrity, wrap up tackles, and play smart to limit the 49ers' offensive production. It's impossible to ignore the history between these two teams. The 49ers have had our number in recent years, including playoff wins that ended our postseason dreams. Each of these games had a familiar script, a powerful running game by the 49ers, a stifling defense that forced turnovers, and big plays at key moments. But this season has been different. San Francisco struggles with injuries, and the Cowboys' own determination to shake off early season setbacks make this game feel like a turning point for both teams. A win here could be exactly what the Cowboys need to prove they're back on track and ready to compete at the highest level. Earlier this week, Aikman voiced some harsh truths that caught the attention of Cowboys fans and players alike. According to Sports Illustrated, Aikman commented, "I think they run terrible routes." He didn't stop there. Aikman criticized the entire offensive approach and singled out Lamb, saying, "CD has to improve on his routes. As a quarterback, if you're not sure where guys are going to be consistently, it's hard to play the position. That's what I see. I see lazy routes off the line of scrimmage." Now, those are some strong words coming from a Cowboys legend. Aikman implied that the team's effort on the field just isn't up to par. He continued, saying, "Sometimes they run, usually if they anticipate getting the ball on that play, but if not, they're not running hard. It all fits together. I'm not impressed with that part of it." For a team that's dealing with a difficult stretch, this critique feels like a wake-up call. Aikman's comments suggest he's seeing a lack of effort and consistency, and that's a tough pill to swallow for fans who know the potential this team holds. So, how did CD Lamb respond to these criticisms? Well, instead of lashing back, he took the high road. Lamb responded via Athlon Sports, saying, "As a leader, I accept that. We have work to do. I use that as a building block. If you say our routes are lazy, I'll go out there every week and prove my routes." He added, "Personally, I take that as constructive criticism. If we can control it, we're going to work on it and get better. I'm a hard worker. So anything you say I'm not doing, I'll show you that I am." This is what fans love to see from one of their top players: resilience and an openness to grow. Lamb's response shows maturity. He's acknowledging where he can improve, and he's ready to put in the effort to make those adjustments. For any young fans out there watching, this is what leadership looks like. Lamb is using Aikman's critique as fuel, turning what could have been a tense situation into a positive one. Interestingly, Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy had a different take on the matter. He made it clear that Aikman's comments aren't influencing how he approaches the team or prepares for games. In his words, "They carry no weight for me because I watch all the tape, go to the meetings, I'm in the practices, I'm in the games," McCarthy told Athlon Sports. "I have a clear understanding of what and where." Troy's statement in particular, "I don't agree with the word choice." McCarthy's statement suggests that he believes Aikman's critique may have been a bit too harsh or perhaps doesn't reflect the true efforts being made by the players and coaching staff. McCarthy is standing by his guys, especially Lamb, and that shows a level of trust and faith in his roster. This is a nuanced situation. On one hand, you've got Aikman, a Cowboys legend with high standards, pointing out areas that need improvement. On the other, McCarthy is defending his team, emphasizing that he has a first-hand understanding of their progress and effort. These differing viewpoints highlight the complexities of evaluating a team, especially when legends weigh in with strong opinions. With all eyes on Dallas as they head to Levi's Stadium to face the 49ers, the Cowboys have a lot to prove. It's a high-stakes matchup, with both teams looking to shake off recent setbacks and find some momentum. The Cowboys have been outmatched by the 49ers in their last two postseason clashes, and now, with Aikman's words still fresh, Dallas has even more motivation to come out strong. What better way to answer a Cowboys legend than by showing up and executing on Sunday? The 49ers are a formidable opponent, even as they've struggled with injuries this season. However, the Cowboys will need more than just motivation. They'll need discipline, crisp execution, and the ability to adjust on the fly. If CD Lamb can capitalize on his routes, if Dak Prescott can find him downfield, and if the offensive line can give them time, this game could be a turning point. Now, Here's where you come in, Cowboys Nation. I want to know what you think about Aikman's critique. Do you think his comments are fair, or do you side with McCarthy, believing that the team is making strides that aren't always visible to the outside world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you feel confident that Lamb can prove Aikman wrong and show he's putting in the work? This matchup with the 49ers is shaping up to be more than just a game. It's an opportunity for the Cowboys to prove they can overcome adversity, criticism, and past losses to show up and perform. So, Cowboys Nation, this is a huge week. Sunday night's game isn't just about another W in the column. It's about showing grit, stepping up to the challenge, and proving that Dallas can be a force even when the odds are stacked against us. Now, I want to hear from you. Who do you think will be the standout players this week? Do you see us breaking through San Francisco's defense, or will it take a grind-it-out performance? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get a conversation going about what our team needs to do to secure this win. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the latest Cowboys news and analysis. Thanks for tuning in, and let's bring the energy to Sunday night's game. Go Cowboys!